Hey there, everyone. This is Matt. Welcome to our third podcast. Today is April the 11th, 2013. Still in a stuffy house that has no AC, and if you hear a bell, that's because my cat is chasing an imaginary mouse or maybe a ghost or something and is just kind of freaking out. You know, it's around 9:48, so it's the cat witching hour, and that's pretty much what you have to put up with when you live in this house. Heat, a crazed little cat, but that's pretty much it. Let's touch on some creative reviews and news. I just released a new video, and it is a bare motion case for the iPad mini. This is one of my favorite cases altogether. I am currently using it right now to pull up YouTube. It's different from the case that I have on my full-size iPad, and either tomorrow or the day after I'm going to release that video, and it's a body case. Now, just to do a quick comparison between the two, the iPad mini's case comes in two solid sections, which are basically flaps, and it's held on by little grips on either side. But the good thing is, when you kind of expand it out to let it sit at an angle, at a good viewing angle, it has a wide platform. So it's good for putting on a bed. It has a nice flat area that, you know, it's not going to fall over or tip over or anything like that. And that's great. But unfortunately, the Mini's case from Bare Motion doesn't have a setting or placement that's really good for typing. But I really don't type on the Mini like I do on the traditional iPad, and I bet a lot of people do this too, because of course of the size of the screen, but mostly because I treat it like a giant phone where I do a lot of thumb typing. I put it in portrait mode and I just kind of type around, and it actually fits pretty well. I type on the Mini a lot better than I do on the iPhone 5, and a lot better than I do on the full-size iPad, where I can't hold it and just, just type naturally. I have to put it at an angle and kind of type like a traditional laptop keyboard. And I guess as we talk about that, the body leather case for the traditional iPad has that good angle for typing and has another good angle for viewing, but unfortunately the case, or the front of the case, is at, it kind of folds. If you know anything about the smart covers or smart cases for Apple products, they kind of, how do you say it? They kind of fold into a triangle, and what the iPad does is rests against that triangle, and that's how it stands up. So that means that if you have this on a soft surface, it's going to have a very, very small footprint, and that means it can fall over. And that's not something I'm a fan of, and I wish that I could find a large case for the regular size iPad that just has two solid flaps and then allows it to simply sit on my bed. Because, you know, one of the places I use the iPad a lot is in bed, but since I have two, I use one for searching the internet, and I set the other one on my bed and just have a movie or something playing. So I want to set it at its viewing angle, but unfortunately I have to do it with a Mini, and then I surf with the large size iPad, and I can't do it the other way around, because with a large size case, it'll just flop right over. So that's a little bit what's wrong, but you'll definitely see the case, the body case review coming out in a few days. If you haven't seen it on Instagram yet, it is really red. Red is not my preference in color, but it's the last one that they had. I was looking all over, hoping that they would have this case somewhere, but because body is one of my favorite case makers. I've had one in the past that was more like a leather wrapped book, and it had a great viewing and great typing angles, and it had a large footprint too, but I couldn't find this, so I picked up this. But yeah, this one's really red. It's all leather. It looks really nice. It's really shocking though, but you'll see in the review. I hope you like it, and we'll see if it's for you or if it's not. One thing I'd like to mention that we're bringing to creative reviews is, I do reviews on whatever, and I give you, I guess, kind of my suggestion if you should get this or not. But I'm gonna start making a playlist purely for my suggestions and my recommendations, and then some for my products that I would say don't get it. And I don't know how I'm going to do this exactly, because I know a lot of people may disagree with what I say, and of course I can't speak for everybody, but these are going to be my suggestions, so I'll have to let you know how they work out, because I know everybody has it's their own taste in whatever it is. So I hope that works out, but that's something I'm developing. I'm very excited to do that, because it'll definitely streamline whether you can see what I like and what I don't like. Sorry, I know I'm stumbling around a little bit because it's not a fully formed thought. I actually thought about that earlier today, and I've been thinking about that for the past week, but it was just floating around. So we'll see. I hope that turns out to be good. But yeah, more Apple stuff is coming this month. More fashion style. I just got some new polo shirts, some custom fit shirts that fit very well. I like them a lot. They're bright in color, so I gotta check up and see if it works out. So you'll be seeing that soon, and maybe you'll be a fan of bright colors too. I hope so. But yeah, I gotta see. Does anybody have any recommendations what we should talk about in this show? Because I'm gonna be shooting off just wherever I can think of something. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Again, current events, sports, politics, law, what's going on in creative reviews, technology, celebrity gossip, music, everything. For example, I just Lil Wayne's album came out I think 2 weeks ago. And it's not the best album for sure, but one key track I think that you should listen to, I'd really recommend you listen to, is the very first track. The album is called I Am Not a Human Being 2, and this track just takes the first letters of the album's name, and this track is called IANAHB, which stands for I Am Not a Human Being. And it is a great album. It starts with a great piano intro, and I think it's something that definitely everybody would enjoy, because it sounds like it's from the Carter 3. I really love that album. I'm not really a fan of the Carter 4 and this new I'm a Human Being. I mean, they have some good club tracks and some just good hip-hop, but it's nothing classic like he used to do. I suggest check that out. I've been getting a lot of music, and that's something that I have a huge passion for. Of course, I can't play it on here because I have to get the license to do so, but of course I'm going to talk about this kind of stuff. It's good. I mean, we're going to talk more about music. I love music, and I'm going to be giving you my recommendations on what to listen to. Also heard some Vampire Weekend again. For a long time, I didn't know what the song was, but I knew it was by them. Oxford Comma. It's a great, just like spring track, just to listen and chill to. It was featured on How I Met Your Mother, one of my favorite shows, and I suggest that you check it out. Maybe this is something I'll have every once in a while, just like key tracks to check out. Download this, check this out. Maybe I'll talk about TV shows too. Like I said, How I Met Your Mother is a great show. Something else I watch is TMZ. I'm obsessed about it. It's one of my favorite shows. But yeah, we'll be talking more and more and more about this. Again, creative reviews, updates, and everything else. Eventually, the segments will be a lot better, and there's going to be better flow. But that's it for today. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blogger. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and I'll talk to you guys next time.